Peace. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be in this wonderful, spectacular world. Thank you for joining the Coin Scoop once again for the 93rd time thus far.
93rd time, that's right.
Wow. Like, as soon as we start, we already got some people in the chat. Some of our day ones, I guess we can call them. DJ Calvin, Beauty Bubs.
Hello, everybody. We just want to apologize. Don't ever do Windows updates on your computer 4 hours or 5 hours before you go live. It just doesn't work out, and we're having hiccups right now. I'm hoping everything is anyways.
You know what's funny about that though?
Hello.
You know what's funny about that is that we both have Apple and we both have Macs and we both have Microsoft, regular PCs. Always give a problem. So it's like,
dude,
they each have their job in life, but ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the Coin Scoop this evening. I'm your host, Ruben.
And I'm your host, Chris Crypto. Good evening, everybody. Good morning, wherever you are in the world. Hello, hello, hello.
Marcel just joined us. Marcel, by the way, I mean to ask you, what's the 84 for?
That must have been the year he was born.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking.
That must have been the year he was born.
Inside Crypto is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Billy Boom
entered the room, baby. What's going on, guys? Yeah, you know, Ruben, real quick, just getting back to this, to the win. I just, dude, I don't understand why when you do a simple update, it's forced on you. It's not like you can.
I know.
It's not like you can opt out of this.
I know.
You know, it's not like you can opt out of the update. You know, you're forced to do the update, and then we're sitting here scrambling because nothing is working.
It's all right. It's all right.
I digress, my friend.
What matters is that we made it. We're all healthy. We're all happy. Everybody's making money. Chubbs is in the house. Chubby, what's up, brother?
Chubby Chubbs, what's going on? Beauty says she's sending the stream out along with all that love. Thank you, Beauty. The best real vibe for all the crypto creeps around the globe. That's right. I haven't said that in a while. What's going on, my crypto creeps?
Yep.
What in the fook is going on, man?
Which, by the way, Beauty, I know I haven't joined in on your live, but I have watched your archived, and I see that Beauty Bubs. Did you know that Beauty Bubs is going to be having some merch?
What do you mean? Oh, get out of here! Really?
Yeah, Beauty Bubs.
Oh, we need some of that. Then we gotta start getting that.
Yeah, we've been meaning to get it started up. So, but
like a T-shirt or something. I'll wear it.
Yeah. She's getting merchandise started. Yeah. So Marcel said 80s baby.
Okay.
That's what 84 is for.
What's going on, you 80s babies? I'm an 80s baby too, man. So is Ruben.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope everybody's doing well this evening.
That's right. That's right. Chubby showing us love. Thank you, Chubbs. Telling everybody to spank that like button as always every night on the nightly. Getting nice and crypto kinky up in here.
Stupid, bro.
Oh my goodness. I know I'm gonna look back at that and be like, what the hell? Why?
Why? That's perfect. That's
unbelievable.
Perfect.
So yeah,
that's
man.
awesome.
So Ruben, let me ask you something. Do you have the market? Do you have the coin market cap in front of you? And if so, do you want to just skim down the first 10 really quick and tell us what's going on?
I do have the market
I can do
cap.
the honors.
Yeah, please do, because I have it in front of me, but it's on your screen, so it's very microscopic on my screen.
Okay.
So just to avoid the waiting time, you kick it off.
Well, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of stuff today. Okay, today was a very busy day for me, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But we're here, we made it. But I'm hearing a lot of stuff that Bitcoin is crashing, this and that. I don't know. Listen, it's at 14,590. Relax. You know, less than a year ago it was at 1,000. But they're saying that if it continues in this downtrend. If it's even on a downtrend, I don't know. But if they're saying if it continues on this trend, because it's lower than normal at this time, that we could see a price somewhere around 8,000. That's what I'm seeing, hearing, whatever. Bitcoin is at 1320. Ripple. Okay, I'm just gonna touch on these three guys.
Ripple took never mind. I was gonna say Ripple took a tumble, didn't it?
Yeah, yes it did. Yes it did. Ripple did take a tumble, and I'm gonna say it's because of something that I came across today regarding Ripple, guys. Well, all right, let me just get to it real quick. It seems to be that R3, which is the consortium, right? The consortium that encompasses some of the biggest banks, so that was supposed to be made up of some of the biggest banks. Right now, I guess they're having like a legal battle, Ripple and R3. And supposedly in 2016, the Ripple CEO, Chris Larson, who I think is the richest man in the world now, or he was because of the price rise in Ripple. Anyways, he signed a deal with R3, which is a bank consortium, okay, and the deal included an option, okay, for R3 to buy 5 million units of XRP, okay, which is the currency that Ripple uses. And people have to understand that Ripple is the company,
yeah,
and XRP is the crypto
actual currency.
Exactly. So whatever. So the deal included an option for R3 to buy 5 billion units, okay, of XRP under a penny. All right, and you know, whatever. Fast forward 2 years later to today, Ripple did hit a high of over $3. Okay, now it's less than $2, obviously, because of this news that just came out that they're in a legal battle. Ripple's accusing R3 of signing the deal in bad faith, okay, in 2016, and pretty much, I think it was in the summertime, Ripple pretty much terminated the deal, right? I don't know if it was in the summertime or recently, a few months ago, but Ripple terminated the deal.
Technically, you never know.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Technically, you never know. It all depends on when the media wants to put it out or when they want you to know. Yeah.
Exactly. But nonetheless, that option contract at this point is very expensive. Ripple knows that. Ripple is saying R3, whatever, they acted in bad faith, that they were stealing their techniques and tactics and building a blockchain, because R3 has their own blockchain software. What's up?
Frey Wall Street is in the house. Frey, what's up, brother?
Frey, what is up, Frey? Did you see that price of Lisk, Frey? Let me repeat that again. Have you seen Lisk recently? Anyway, we'll get back to Lisk. But yeah, so there's a whole legal battle right now with R3 and Ripple, and I'm thinking most likely that's why we're seeing this little dip right now in Ripple. Could be other things, but that's just the news that I came across, and I found that interesting, and that's that. You know, that's where it, I guess that's where the future drama is going to start kicking off even more. You know, so anyways, Ripple is accusing R3 of signing the deal in bad faith, okay, to steal their expertise and develop a competing product, which R3 has their own blockchain software called Corda. All right. That option contract that was signed in 2016, it represents 10% of the approximate 55 billion XRP that's in circulation right now. In reality, as we all know, there's really 100 billion, but that other half is locked up, as we all know it, and it's going to be, you know, distributed, I guess, as the months go on, or burned, who knows at this point. So Ripple says that they shouldn't have to honor the contract because R3 failed to assist Ripple in signing up at least one bank, okay? And there's also claims that the contract was invalid. They're claiming that the contract is invalid because Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, they all departed the R3 consortium, which would have added to, you know, the benefit of them signing that deal. So whatever, it's, you know, it is what it is. So Ripple's going through their own drama, and now we're seeing it at literally, right, less than, it's literally taken a 50% hit since we, what was it, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So as you guys can see, anything can happen. and you know they're
Which, granted,
like,
still anybody that got in a few months ago is still up.
yeah, they're
But
still up. Yeah, they're still up.
listen, this is the reason why I get a little upset sometimes, and we talk about this, and you sit there, and I know you sit there, and you're like, "Oh, guys, here we go,
Hmm.
it's tear." But I get pissed off because you know what? People just like it's advantage. People raping the system, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
then
I mean,
so you have situations like this where it sits there, it goes up. You know what
right.
I'm saying? And then it goes right back down. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
and
saying? It's like
that's
if things were to just happen naturally and organically,
yeah,
anything in this world,
like,
it's just the nature of the beast. Just
and
let things happen naturally and organically.
it
And
could go back up. It could go back up, but
yeah, it
this
can,
again,
but it's going to be a roller coaster, just like Bitcoin. If
yeah,
Bitcoin, if Bitcoin were to be rising organically,
which
it hasn't.
okay,
No question about it. It hasn't.
okay,
It-
okay.
there
Over
have-
time, it has though. Over time, I mean, it's had
before
crazy
before
spikes.
before 2017, yes,
It's had crazy
2017,
spikes.
Bitcoin was definitely, there was nothing organic about Bitcoin.
But again,
Nothing.
but again, at this point, it's possible for Ripple to take a
Oz
beating.
dog
Even
is in the house.
Oz,
Dog.
what is up, brother? What is up, man? Yeah, listen, it's possible that Ripple could take even more of a beating, and again, this could be
because
argued
it's still
because
compared
of,
to Bitcoin, it's still an underdog. You know what I'm saying? So
well,
that
it
it'll
could
take
be
a
argued.
spanking. Not even
It could be argued also that this is because of the the centralization of Ripple also,
yeah, but still,
But
listen.
again, not to mention, guys, I forgot to mention that options contract was worth 12 billion. All right, so worth 12 billion. These guys are like, you know what? Let's do away with that. Make their claims against R3 that the big banks left them and that they're stealing their expertise through building their own blockchain software, Corda, all of this crap. And then now you have the price taking a hit. Everybody who I'm pretty sure, because I was getting tons of phone calls, Ruben, I was getting tons of text messages, getting everybody contacting me. How do I buy Ripple? Okay, it was in the news.
I remember.
They're teaching people how to buy Ripple, but again, this is what happens when you have a centralized, coin, a centralized project like this, a centralized platform. The head of that platform sits there and signs a deal and reneges on that all these months later when the price shoots up because they're getting greedy and they want more of their profits. Then you get situations like this, which, granted, let's just be lucky at this point that it hasn't tanked even more. But
Chris,
who am I?
DMG is back in the house. DMG, what's up? Thank you for joining the Coin Scoop.
DMG, what's up, brother? What is up, man? He's not a fan of verifying nodes. No thanks. Is that in relation to Zencash, DMG? I'm taking a big guess there. I don't know why.
Just thinking that.
Yeah? Okay.
I was just thinking that when I saw that. I was thinking that, but we'll see. Wait to see what he says.
All right.
So, yeah, listen, like I said, if everything were to grow organically, like we were just saying with Bitcoin, listen, 2017, I personally don't think there was anything organic about it.
Nah, I mean, listen.
Says, die, Ripple, die.
Bill says my ears are starting to bleed. You know what, Bill? Get those paper towels ready, baby, because we're gonna go on a rant here, and we haven't even started. But nah. But what did you say, Ruben? Before I cut you off, before I rudely cut you off.
And I said die, Ripple, die. But listen, like I said, 2017. I believe that was the year that will go down in history, where this is the beginning of the whole taking advantage of the system. And this is, granted, it's the beginning of regulations and, a lot more rules being put into place and this and that, which, I mean, now you can understand because, listen, people have to be held accountable for starting a project, running off with people's money. People have to be held accountable for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unfortunately, I know in the beginning we were sitting there saying, "Oh, you know what? The whole point of this system was to be decentralized and this and that and the third." But
and anonymous.
Yeah, when it comes down to it now, because that decentralization
Hmm.
is makes it easier for people to pull um
Scams,
electric coin and um
Confito coin, and
Confido and so it's understandable, but
I
I
don't know.
mean,
To me, I always use that word. You give them a finger, they're gonna take an arm.
yeah, of
You know,
course,
I
of
mean,
course. That's that.
they should.
Listen, that's human nature, though. That's
Yeah.
human nature. You
So
know what I'm
why
saying?
should everybody have
See,
to suffer?
you
Why should
see, you
everybody
see a
have to
homeless
suffer?
man, bro. Listen to me.
Go ahead.
Listen to me. You see a check this out. You ready for
Go
this?
ahead. Go ahead. Go
Check
ahead.
this out. This is the craziest thing in the world. I'll never forget. Back in the day, right? I was young, and I gave. It was like I'll never forget. This is when I was going out with Christina.
Okay.
Okay, and it was at Thanksgiving, and I'm heading to mom and dad's house to go have Thanksgiving lunch or dinner with them. So we stop on the way there, and we stop. We're at a red light, and some homeless lady is sitting there, and she's like selling pencils. It's Thanksgiving, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And this homeless lady is selling pencils on this big intersection, right? And
Okay. Okay.
so he's sitting there, right? So the lady walks up to the car, and we give her $1 for a pencil, right?
Okay.
Dollar,
Nice.
not only $1 for a pencil,
Okay.
but we give her like a few shirts, right? That I think like Christina's father had, you remember they were always very giving. They were always giving stuff away, right? So
Okay.
we sat there, we gave her $1. Not only did we give her $1, I think Christina ended up giving her like $10,
Okay. Okay.
right? Plus like a bunch of clothes, because it was freezing. It was Thanksgiving, and the lady just like sits there and looks at us like, "Can I have more money?"
Get
You know
the
what I'm saying?
ice.
It's just the nature of the beast, bro. It's like you give a finger, they want a hand. You give a
Yeah. Yeah.
hand, they
Yeah.
want the
Yeah.
arm. You
Yeah.
give the arm, they want your upper torso.
But
You know
because
what I'm
of
saying?
that, and this is in regards to regulations, rules, laws, should the majority have to suffer because of two or three, four, a handful of bad actors?
They shouldn't have to suffer, but unfortunately, that is
They
the
do.
nature of
I
the
know.
beast.
I know. Yeah, I know.
The nature
Listen,
of the
I don't agree with it, but to me, it's stupid. You know, and we spoke
Yeah,
about this
no, it
last night.
is. It is. We spoke.
Spoke
Wait, you talking
about
about when we spoke about it after the show?
Yeah. We had that
Yeah,
long
we got
convo, and they were like,
to
"Why
do a
didn't
little
we
debate.
just?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
we should have had it on air. That would have been a good one. But
yeah.
listen,
So
it's just
you know,
that's the way it
but
goes down, and that's
yeah. But again, I mean, listen, whatever. I mean, yeah, Ripple has its thing, and that's it. And people just gotta realize that it's here to stay. Like, no matter how much you hate it or whatever, like, we don't support it. It's just here to stay. I mean, that's it. That's it. That's pretty much it.
You want to
Yeah,
catch us
guys.
up on the chat?
Yeah. Let me roll up with you guys. Marcel says we don't talk lending coins much anymore. Idea Coin, Numiv, and Eigencoin are starting or started lending this week. Lending platforms still can 10x, 40x, or 80x. You know what's funny that you mentioned that, Marcel? I was just going through some of the lending platforms I was in that I got in back in November, and I was in a handful of them, to be honest with you, and maybe one or two of them worked out, man. So it's just not really on my list anymore, man. I'm
It's
like
not on
completely
the
done.
agenda. Yeah, listen, lending platforms are just an easy Ponzi skeezy. If you,
Yep. And don't get me wrong, yeah, you could still 10x, 40x, 80x with these things. But again, how many of them do you have to go through? How many bad ones do you have to deal with to get to that one that's going to hit big? And for me, it's just
listen,
like, I don't know. I'm not
are we
even, and
gonna
especially
go
after
through
what
this
happened
again?
with Gold Reward.
Are we going to go through this again? Yeah, you can
What?
80, 100, 120x, 200x, all these programs.
Okay.
But karma is a biznatch.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah,
people that 120, 30, 40x and all this shite, if you will,
okay.
I mean, only a very select few are successfully making it with these,
Yeah.
because technically what it comes out to is all of these programs. I mean, they've screwed a lot of people over.
Well, they're willing to open up their risk more, right? So, I
Mm.
mean, that's all it is. It's just how far you willing, how much are you willing to risk, and how far are you willing to go with all these lending platforms. That's all it boils down to. And me, I'm not anymore with these. I'm not willing to risk that anymore. I'm just not, So that's why, Marcel, to answer your question, yeah, that's just why, man. I just feel like I'd rather put my risk somewhere else, away from these lending platforms. Just everything that happened, you know, um, it's just, kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, on my tongue. DMG says no. I was talking about XRP. Okay, so you were talking about XRP when it comes to the nodes. I believe they expanded to 50 plus validation nodes, but I've never been a fan of that architecture. Okay, they expanded to 50 validation nodes. 50? Shouldn't there be more than that? I don't know. I know
Real
there's a
quick,
few different.
while you're up there, I just want to
Mhm.
touch on what Ozdog just said,
Okay.
which is second to last one. But stay up where you are in the chat, okay? Ozdog says, if they take the referral system out, is it still a Ponzi? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know why? Because a Ponzi scheme doesn't necessarily mean a pyramid or a tree or however else they want to call it.
It's still because
What it comes
you know.
down to is them reporting gains that are false. Because listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll
Well,
be
not.
one. Listen, let me be 1,000,000% honest with everybody. If we decided to start the Scoop coin, we're the coin Scoop, so why not start the Scoop coin tomorrow? Technically, we could sit there and just report everybody's gaining X amount of money as the days go on until me and you decide, okay, let's just shut everything down and disappear.
True, but
That's what
again,
a Ponzi scheme. A Ponzi scheme doesn't necessarily mean a pyramid or a tree or what. A Ponzi scheme means just reporting false earnings in your hands
yeah.
clean, disappearing. That's it.
But in BitConnect's case, right, in these lending platforms case, they sweeten the deal. They juice it. They make it juicy by using their referral codes also, right? But that's to bring more people in at a fast pace, right? Bringing more people
What
in
it
at a fast
is.
pace. But
They're
also,
using the people. They're using the people that have thousands, hundreds of thousands
yeah.
of followers,
But
and in whatever sense.
yeah. But also remember,
Listen,
it's also paying off the old investors with the new investors' money. So necessarily, you don't
yeah,
have to have that
yeah, yeah,
referral code. You could delete the
yeah.
referral
Listen,
code. You get people into the program, putting in their money,
Wolf,
and then usually those
and I
become the old investors, and the new investors that come in, their
and
money goes off to pay the old investors, and it's a
and
chain that just keeps going on.
I hate, I hate to keep bringing this reference up of the movie because it's the newest. It's like the latest movie that just constantly references this same scenario, Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
What did Jordan Belfort do? He'll sit there and claim, "Oh yeah, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything." But in reality, what did he do? He sat there. He brought on what's his face? Steve Madden, who
Okay.
was already a well-known, like I'm talking about at the time. At the time, he was like it when it came to women's wear and women's shoes and this and that. He was it at the time. Granted, he wasn't Louis Vuitton, this, that, but he was like, he had the majority of the market. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, was it because he had a majority of the market, he had a majority of other people just like Jordan Belfort. The only difference is Jordan Belfort did it on a much higher level, which is why he made the news and was arrested and all this stuff. It's the same scenario.
Yeah.
Same exact scenario. They know what they're doing. Granted, what it comes down to is what can you prove in court?
And again, also, what can you prove when you're using a blockchain and everybody's just completely anonymous and you're using crypto?
It's
You
just like
know,
today. Today I was
that's the
talking to
thing.
someone,
Okay,
and what it comes down to is what can you prove in court? F everything
exactly.
else.
And the only
F
reason
what
why
F,
Bernie Madoff, only reason why his scheme got toppled was because they were able to go up to him and find him and say, "Listen, where's our money?" Like they were able to find him.
yeah.
With something like BitConnect, you can't necessarily do. And I heard that BitConnect X ICO, I heard the coins are like $50 each for the
Listen,
ICO,
I
50
don't
bucks.
believe
That could
I
be
don't,
that right there could be the last ditch effort to bring in more
any
money
one
to
of these
sustain the
companies that
platform.
sit there and are creating uh, Bitcoin, anything. What I look at that as, they're using that name, adding an extra letter, an extra extension, an extra this, an extra that, just
Okay.
to be able to feed off of the
Yeah.
earnings that are already being made.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a BitConnect. That's what BitConnect did with BitConnect X. That's what they're
BitConnect,
doing right now.
BitConnect X, ETH Connect, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Platinum, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin. It's like
Well, no,
it's
Bitcoin Cash
consistently
and
going. Yeah, listen, they
those are
could
those
tell.
are different. That's different. That's
Listen, what it comes down to is they could tell us anything they want us to believe. The question is,
when it when it comes to the lending programs. Yeah,
but
yeah.
listen, they'll tell you anything they want you to believe.
Because
If I,
remember,
if I was looking to scam people, I'd be sitting there thinking to myself, all right, this is what I want them to believe, but this is
yeah,
what I'm actually gonna do.
yeah. But you're gonna start your own coin, or yeah, you could fork off of Bitcoin and call it whatever. Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
you
saying.
know,
You know, for
you
that,
could
like,
create your
look,
own fork
there it is.
and call it Bitcoin Ruben.
Half the job is being done for you already. How many
Huh.
times is Bitcoin being searched on Google?
Well, yeah. As soon as the name, listen,
Million times
look
a
at
day. So you stay. I
look
sit
at
there and
now.
name it Bitcoin Ruben.
Listen,
It's
Z
like at
Classic.
some point, people searching Bitcoin are gonna see Bitcoin Ruben pop up.
Listen,
Some
Z Classic is having their hard fork, right, or whatever it is. Okay, and they're gonna be airdropping everybody. They're renaming it. They're rebranding it to Bitcoin Private. Okay, that in itself shot the price up. Z Classic was a few bucks, dude. Few dollars. I'm talking about $2, $3, if that. I don't even know, around there. It was a few bucks. They said, okay, they're gonna rebrand, do the hard fork. They're gonna airdrop everybody Bitcoin Private, okay, which is gonna be the new coin. That shot the price up through the roof because of the name Bitcoin, and of course, the genius idea private, because everybody trying to go private nowadays. Everybody realizes and is coming around to notice the value in privacy, because the majority of us, okay, have given up our privacy. Okay, we've given up our privacy 1,000%. So whatever, something like you use the name Bitcoin, put private next to it, you're gonna get something that shoots up in value, and who knows what's gonna happen once that comes rolling around. Anyways, Beauty says she's moonstruck.
Let's keep whipping through the chat. Go ahead, bro.
Eigencoin came out the gate hard, 3% per day for 30 days. Each coin worth $10 with Eigencoin. Yeah, man, listen. Frey says he got some Adver X also. If they take the referral system out, okay, you're all the way up there. You can get, Bill is saying you can get 10x. Look what Bill said. You can get 10x, 20x, 40x Dragon Chain, legit platforms.
I saw that one while we were talking.
ICO pre-sales is where it's at. Frey Wall also says MediBlock has done well, cooling down off that run up. Yeah, MediBlock is official too. Yeah, man. So I'm just rolling down. Hold on. Ponzi is just taking new money and paying it out as gains. Yep, to older money. Yep. Dave, what's up, Dave? Dave Oaks, Ruben. Did you say you did? We shouted him out. Alright, cool.
Perhaps.
What's up, Dave? Blockchain isn't anonymous though; it's pseudonymous. That's right. There are companies that gather big data to assign addresses to identities, and the biggest company of them all would be Coinbase. Okay, Coinbase is the biggest company. That it's been whatever. There's theories out there that Coinbase was put in place to tie everybody's identification to the Bitcoin that they buy. Okay, they knew what was going to happen. They knew the masses were going to come in and make Coinbase the main place everybody could purchase it. And you know, once you tie that, and we've spoken about this before, Ruben. Once you tie your identity to that Bitcoin, there's Chainalysis out there, okay, which is contracted to the IRS. There's a private company. They use this software called Chainalysis, and it literally tracks the okay.
Which is funny that you
the
say
blockchain, that. Okay, the ledger is the most. It's the perfect auditing tool ever in the world. It's so beautiful. Okay, for the IRS, whoever. I mean, this is a gift in their laps. Okay, this is a gift to them, really. So, DMG, you said it perfectly, man. Marcel, it went from 5 to 50 without any warning. In regards to what coin, Marcel? What went from 5 to 50? Oz says, should I stop telling people about ETN so it doesn't become a Ponzi?
I was laughing at that before.
No, listen. ETN itself has
yeah, no, ETN, listen, you know me, I've been a fan of ETN from day one. We can go back in the archive.
And we argued about that, Ruben. Remember, we had a huge argument.
We argued about it a few times.
We had a huge argument, you know?
A few times,
and ETN is still holding it strong. And I remember I said I finally gave in. I was like, listen, you know what? I said ETN is going to survive just based off of the community that they have. Right, and it's done well because of the people standing behind that coin,
bro. I love it.
So
I still love it to this day. It's a hold. It's a hold. It's like, you see, the problem is a lot of people nowadays want to make money overnight. That's where the problem
I agree.
lies.
I agree with you on that.
And you know what? Nothing because of that. That's why a lot of these companies they're taking advantage of that.
Yeah, they know.
They're taking advantage of it, and they're like, all right, you know what? We're gonna tell people what they want to hear.
Yeah.
We're going to tell people what they want to hear, and we're going to make money over that and just disappear.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Still happening right now. And that's also tied with hype. They see the trend, they see the hype, then they put their thing out there. Very easy, very simple. You could do a YouTube search, guys. Very simple to sit there, set up a website, okay, do, you know, whatever they do, offshore, whatever, get a laptop and create a website, get people's money. It's ridiculous. It's a scumbag move, but people do it out there all the time, and it's very easy. You have kids doing it.
Basically, it's like a prepaid cell phone. You get a laptop that's just the same, and nothing ties you to it.
Yep. Well,
nothing, and it can just be dumped in the middle of the ocean. Salt water destroys it, and the story can't be traced.
You sound like you're speaking from experience, Ruben. What is wrong with you, man? What the hell happened to you, man? I thought you were somebody else. Marcel says also BitConnect. Yeah. Marcel says BitConnect's not taking new loans from people in North Carolina, more and more states. So there you go. There you go. Listen, that could be in itself, right? Who knows, man? Who knows? That's interesting, Marcel. BitConnect's not taking new loans from people in North Carolina. Interesting. That's the first time I heard that. I know they did it in Texas, right? That could be the move right there, right? That could be the eventual move. Instead of just up and leaving, right? Why don't you just instill the faith in the platform from the people even more by just stopping, slowly cutting off access to the platform little by little to every state, claiming that it's all regulatory, and kind of just shut off the faucet like that. And but whatever, that's just me rambling on. As you guys know, Dave Oaks, did you hear about Ether Delta's ICO? Yes, Dave, I did hear about Ether Delta's ICO. Were you aware that the owners, those are new owners, and I think that's their way of there's a lot going on with Ether Delta, but I think that's their way of recouping a lot of the money that they spent to acquire Ether Delta. And yeah, man. So they're gonna be holding the ICO. Anybody that wants to offer their coin on Ether Delta, now they're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to pay a pretty penny to get their coin listed on there. And there's a lot of arguments. There's a lot of gripe about that because they're saying, wait a minute, why you? I think they have to pay something of 10% of their total market cap worth for their coin, and that's a lot. That's a lot of money to pay a company like a platform like Ether Delta, which in itself just doesn't even have the you know, the liquidity or whatever that all these other exchanges have. So there's a lot of issues there with that, Dave. But yeah, it's again all these everything is tokenizing now. Exchanges, platforms.
Chris is talking about the previous chats. I'm like already ahead, but I want Chris to keep reading and going down.
All right, give me a second.
I'm reading ahead. No, but keep reading. Keep going down.
I'm going down quick. I'm going down quick.
I think that I was like laughing at you.
No, it's cool. Likelihood of confusion is an area of law, but we all agreed to use the term Bitcoin across all venues and sectors. Beauty, you hit it on the nose there. Yes. I think because of that term, Bitcoin being applied to Bitcoin itself, that's where a lot of the problems I see are, as far as everything that's going on with the, regulatory and law. So I think amazing that you pointed that out. You couldn't have said it any better. But yeah, maybe if it was something called, I don't know, microchip. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows if it would even have the hype it does have now, or even the prying eyes. But yeah, excellent point. I love that point actually. DMG, ED needs to fix their website before an ICO. Yeah, there's a lot they need to do. Marcel, yeah, only time will tell. Oh, that's Chris. Chris on. What's up, Chris?
Chris Onyx.
Chris Onyx in the house. Chubby says, where will Kodak be listed on what exchange? Do you guys know?
Yeah, we at this point, about that last night, as a matter of fact, right?
Yeah, but we don't know which exchanges. Right? Yeah, Kodak Coin, but we don't know. It's too early to tell which exchanges they're going to be put on.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna be in a few days. It's coming up in a few days.
20 days. 20 days.
But even don't be too, don't jump the gun on Kodak, because I think I was reading. So I don't know how you feel about it. Then again, I haven't been on it all day today, obviously, because of my schedule.
Yeah.
But
I think they're gonna do well though.
Kodak. Yeah.
Listen, remember, it's all
Kodak
about.
Coin, I was hearing some shite about it today, where I was like, all right.
Yeah, but
we'll see.
Remember the name recognition. Bitcoin,
yeah, I know.
Bitcoin
which, like
Cash,
I said, which goes
Kodak.
back to what I was just saying 5-10 minutes ago. People are taking advantage of the big names.
Yeah.
And they're telling people what they want to hear.
Yeah, but I think.
You know what I'm saying?
My guesstimate would say, okay, they're going to be successful. It's going to be a successful ICO, and it's a great idea, right? It's a real world use case that photographers need. They just
listen. I could start. We could start a coin tomorrow.
To protect themselves.
Mac coin or Apple coin, and just because we put the two words together without that space in between.
But again, what's the idea behind that coin? That's the thing.
But that's what I'm
Kodak
saying.
has that. Kodak has that.
And if we wanted to sit there and scam people, we could sit there and be like, all right, we're going to start Apple coin tomorrow. And people are familiar with the word Apple. People are familiar with the word Mac.
Yeah, but
Kodak people are going to sit there and just, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, oh, okay, this is Mac coin. This is Apple coin. And we could sit there and put a whole Fugazi thing.
Listen, I'm pretty sure Apple and Mac they have.
Yeah, they would shut it down. I'm just giving you an example of like Kodak, for example. Kodak coin. Listen, one was like we're saying.
Yeah. Let me just rip these up, Ruben, real quick. We don't know what exchanges, and we don't know what the price will be trading at, Chubby. That's something that's going to be released as after when the ICO comes out. DMG says hopefully ZK Snarks puts chain analysis out of business. Possible. ICO starts in 20 days. Asset Mines just tore down the building. What's up, assets? What's going on? The thing that makes me grind my teeth are people's needs for instant gratification. If one thing goes wrong, everything starts calling it a scam. It's true. It's true, man. It's that effect, DMG ED is having an ICO now. Ends in 4 days. I'm not sure what to think. Do they need an ICO? They don't necessarily need an ICO, Dave, but they're having one anyways to make money. That's all it's about, is to make money, because they know people are going to be using Eat the Delta to put their coins. That's usually the first exchange that these coins hit after the ICO, and they know the value of that, so they're going to be charging a premium now because they bought it from the owners. They have that money already in there, and they're trying to recoup the most out of it that they can. So it's all a business move. Chubby, I know that's in 20 days. But where can I buy it when it comes out? Oh, I see what you're saying. You're talking about Chubby. Where can I buy it? Chubby, we don't know yet. We don't know anything yet. If you go to kodakcoin.com, let me head over here real quick. and then I'll rip down the rest of the. If you go to
The
Kodak
chit
Coin
app.
Chubby,
Kodak
go
One.
to Kodak Coin and
Kodak One.
KodakCoin.com. Yep, KodakCoin.com though, and you hit right here, light paper sign up. You put your information in there, and once the light paper comes out, that's what they're calling it, the light paper. Then you're gonna get more information as far as where you can get it. All right. Let me know if that helped you out, Chubbs. So sign up there, put your email, they'll send you the info. The usability of the site should be addressed first, but Qcoin did an ICO that has worked out well so far. True. But when you, pertaining to Ether Delta, when you already have a working model and it's good for a long time, and then all of a sudden you kind of just put put a screwdriver in the middle of it, and you say, okay, we're gonna be having an ICO now. That kind of leaves a bad view in people's eyes. Like what, and then the site gets hacked, and it's just it leaves people questioning, and that's never a good thing. Asset Trevon James is from North Carolina. Yes, he is. I think he's from Myrtle Beach.
I thought he was South Cackalack. No,
maybe he's from Myrtle Beach. Is
South
it?
Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beauty Bubs says Rubs. Lost my hand, lost my bride. Nicholas.
Come on, guy.
Rubes. Yeah, I'm calling you Rubs. Beauty Bubs Rubs. Lost my hand, I lost my bride. Nicolas Cage was the reference you reminded me when describing They Want Your Hand.
Yep.
Okay, let me see. Give me a second. Oh man, 10% of market cap. That's nuts. Yeah, Dave. It is, and that's an issue. That's an issue for Ether Delta. DMG. What does everyone here think about Bloom? BLT. I remember looking at Bloom. I think that was a solid. I forgot what Bloom. I'll check it out. I'll pull it up here in a second. But I think that was rated. Well. Bloom. Beauty Bub says they have not sent me the light paper yet. Must be backlogged or something. Yep, it's possible. I'm pretty sure once this thing came out, Kodak, they were like, everybody was signing up, to get the. Kodak is just pumping their stock price after Chapter 11. Yeah. Resurrecting themselves from the dead. Yeah. What better way to do it than to do like Long Blockchain did? Long Island Iced Tea. Long Blockchain. 10% of BTS market cap is 23 billion. Yeah, Dave. They ended 20 months of Chapter 11 bankruptcy September 3rd, 2013. Okay. Wow. That's excellent info there then. I guess my question is, do you think ED coin will moon like Binance? Dave, I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but I see a lot of negative feedback from the community as far as that coin offering. So, I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on that one. Beauty Bubs says the idea of Kodak presenting some kind of inefficient concept is wrong thinking. I'm with you on that, Beauty, 100%. Now, however, there are concerns, major ones, that they can do this with SEC approval. Yep. Oz says Kodak died when digital cameras came in. They're looking for gains and jumping on the hype of crypto. It's funny. Andreas Antonopoulos talks about it all the time. What killed Kodak and Polaroid, and it was the Nokia phone. That Nokia phone, that one that came out that you were able to take pictures with. I think that's the most sold phone in the world, and I know we had those back in the day, Rubes. Chubby Chub says, "Sweet, thanks for that." Marcel, how much do you predict ETN by June, December? How long is a long hold for you guys? A long hold for me is 2 years plus.
Get comfortable. Don't expect to be rich in the next year or two. Honestly, he says 2 year plus. I say 5 years plus.
But
get comfortable, because I'm telling you, it's gonna, just like Bitcoin now, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go down, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go down. It's just they say put as much in as you're willing to lose for a reason. Don't sit there and break the bank and not be able to pay rent in 5, 6, 7 months, putting all your money into this. Just look at it as a business. Be conservative.
But listen,
put money in, earn money, wait for future projects coming out, and just diversify your money. That's the
Marcel
key.
probably put in $1,000, right? Nothing crazy. He could afford to lose that. He put in $1,000 into ETN when it was a penny. He has 1 million of them, right? If my math is correct there, I don't know. But he
I
has a
think,
million of them.
I
If he
think.
sits there and honestly, it's possible that it could hit but you're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
have to
it's
like
definitely
hold it and
possible.
not, you're gonna have to hold it and then play it. But
It's
again,
definitely
I mean,
possible. Don't get me wrong, but it, like I always say at the same time, technically nobody ever
nobody
knows what
knows. Yeah, you don't.
these projects could sit there and tell you, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and you're gonna hear all these people
Yeah. Well,
on the
listen,
tube. You're gonna hear all
90
these people on the tube saying, oh, it's gonna moon, it's gonna listen.
99% of these
You don't
projects
ever
are
know.
ideas. You're investing right now. We're investing in ideas. That's all it is right now, right? It is a save for very few that actually have a working product, but a lot of the stuff out there right now is just an idea, and that's what we're investing in. Uh, okay. How about a
Arturo
Kodak One? Do you guys
Corinthian is in
think
the
it will be
house.
Arturo? What's up, brother? Dave. I think Kodak One is. I think it is gonna be. I mean, I think it's gonna be successful, man. I really do. I think it's gonna be a success.
Can I give my
You know, the
opinion?
the whole idea of
Can
securing
I
the
give my opinion
ownership.
real quick before you
Yeah,
continue?
yep, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is the whole idea of securing your ownership with your work, right? Your artwork, securing that indefinitely, right, on a blockchain. That to me is, bro. That's everything. That's priceless.
It
You know.
is. It is. You're right about that. It is. But I'm telling you straight up, right now, because they came out with that, if nobody else, look, like we just said, Kodak was blown out of the water when Nokia
Hmm.
came onto the scene. And how
And
long ago
even
did
Beauty
Nokia come out
says
with that
even
one stupid phone that looked like a remote control? Right? How long ago was
okay.
that?
It was
If
years. It was
Kodak
years. It
One
was
just
years.
came out with this now, imagine what Apple, Samsung, Google, what's that phone? Google Pixel. Imagine what they already have in the works that's ready to blow Kodak One out the water. You know
True,
what I'm
but
saying?
remember,
That
right
listen,
now at
don't get
this
me wrong. Right
point,
now, they may hold their stance now, but not for long.
yeah. But listen, what they will always have because they are among the first to do this is first mover advantage. So they have that secured in the bag already. You know, so I think they're gonna be. I think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
You never know, but
Listen, nowadays
what
it's all
they're
about
doing,
loopholes. Nowadays it's all about loopholes. Somebody's gonna sit there, come out with a project the same exact way, but they're gonna find that one loophole they're gonna patent it and license or whatever they want to do. Just like in Shark Tank.
look what happened
What
to
do they do?
Apple.
They patent license things and all of a sudden that's it. Nobody else can do it.
Look what happened to Apple, right? In the early
Mhm.
2000s, right? What happened? Apple tanked. It was dead. Apple was essentially dead, right? And then what happened when this guy came and he introduced the iPod? Steve Jobs came back. He introduced
Yeah,
something
but
new.
that was you see that happened after they kicked him out for whatever reason. They decided to be a
Mm,
bunch of idiots, which I know me and you have been a part of a bunch of companies where they're a
yeah.
bunch of stupid
Differences.
effing,
Differences.
and I don't want to use
Yeah,
that
don't.
word, but there are a bunch of idiots up at the
Yeah.
top that sit there and they just think they know it all because either A, they were doing a bunch of favors, which I don't want to say,
Yeah.
for certain people, or they just grew up with certain people and or they just bend over for certain people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they just think they know it all, which you and I know especially. They don't know their
Well,
ass from their elbow.
well, let me ask you this. What happens, right? What happens? A company's doing good. Then you business, right? You go into business with this person. This guy brings you into his company. His company's doing well. You somehow take over the company because of that partnership. You end up firing this guy because there's businesses. He has no problem with it. He's just gonna leave. That company that the guy originally started starts to tank from where it originally was. It had everything going for it. Tanks. Then what are they gonna do? They're gonna go to that guy again. They're gonna go to him. This is exactly what happened with Steve Jobs. They're gonna go to him to look for that resurrection, that rebirth in the company again.
Well,
And he
not
came and he did
necessarily
it.
that. Like if you watch
This could be that
the
moment.
whole Steve Jobs thing, the only time they usually do that is when they don't have the same vision.
Yeah, that's
When they
exactly
don't have
what
the
it
same
was.
vision, but
That's
like
exactly what it was. You know,
Uh,
they didn't have the same vision. So what they did was they said, okay, you don't want to go with our vision. Okay, you know what? You're fired. You're done. Then their vision isn't successful. It goes down the
but
tubes.
that's the problem right there when you end up owning less of the company than the people you go into business with. Then now they technically are the decision makers,
Yeah.
if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's that's one reason why you can't do that. Like in his scenario, I mean, what happened? He had several partners, and because of the other partners, all the other partners that technically they owned more of the company than he did,
Yeah.
they overruled him automatically. So that's why he
Yeah.
had to kind of walk out. But afterwards, they decided, you know what? His vision was the right vision. Let's bring him
Yeah.
back on, which it happens
And
every
they brought
day.
it
You
up.
have a bunch of idiots up top that sit there and they think they know everything.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I was just talking about that today with somebody.
But this is
that we're talking about this. I was just
this is
talking
my
about that today with somebody, bro. It's
but
crazy.
This is my thing. I think Kodak One is going to be successful just based off of alone, not even for the idea, not even for what they're doing, right? We already know that's a home run as far as I'm concerned, right? Not even for what they're doing, but again, the name Kodak, okay? And they're still staying strong on their vision of which is photography, right? Which is amazing. They're just moving that into the new age, resurrecting themselves from whatever, even if it's a resurrection, whatever. It's a good move. It's a good look. And that's it. You know, Dave says some ICOs are nothing more than a website and a few lines of code. They call it white paper. Very true.
That's what I'm saying. So now that goes to to continue what I was saying. Yeah. You know what? I believe, the name, their idea, it's great.
Yep.
Great. But just like he said, a lot of ICOs are just a website and a white paper. But now, like that's what I'm trying to say is like you could just create anything, and as long as you get people to believe, like I don't know, maybe I've just been in the sales game too long.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You have, bro.
Because they just brainwash me to say, listen, if you get people to believe that a pile of shit is a diamond,
trust me,
they will believe it.
That's exactly what it is. You're always gonna have that side to you because of what you went through in the sales game. You're always gonna have that. You know what I mean? So you just gotta just be open-minded about this, and I understand your skepticism. I understand it. Trust me, because rightfully so, it deserves to. We need people like you, to break your fucking fingers and say that's the bad guy. No. What I'm saying is that was a joke. But what I'm saying is,
I like that though. That was good. Though. That was good. You're right.
No,
You're right.
we need, because you know what? As optimistic and as positive as I am about a lot of these projects, because that's just the way. We need that person to come in and say, wait, listen, no, we need, there needs to be a deeper level of investigation on everything, on every level. And that's needed. That's just needed in the game. So, whoever doesn't like that,
I don't want to preach to the choir, but it's the truth. I've been a part of a lot of projects where they'll sit there and be like, listen,
Ruben's dealt with his fair share of garbage, and you've dealt with your fair share.
They'll sit there and be like, "Listen, sell this, and as long as you can get them to believe that they're gonna sit there." And I've sat there deeply in my heart, sat there and say, "This is bullshit. This is bullshit."
The good thing is you bring
meat on the table.
Yeah, you will. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. It's so true.
Ides come marching in.
Ides, what's up, Ides? What is going on, brother? Roger, how did you? Marcel said, Roger, how did you hear about ETN and Virgin Mobile? He's calling him Roger. Oh man, Artur says they've been tanking Pokemon Go coin. Let me tell you something, Oz. They make a Pokemon Go coin, dude. Name. They make a McDonald's coin.
Oh, it's funny.
Anything.
Think about if they would have come up with a McDonald's coin.
Which I think it's in the works, actually, believe it or not. I think it's in the works.
Surprised.
I heard Burger King and McDonald's, supposedly they're going to be using the Waze platform. But, anything with that name tied to it, and it's true. A lot of these companies are rebranding under some type of crypto blockchain thing, and it's taking off. It's taking off. It is. So it could be a good move if that's what you're trying to do and you're a major company out there. Anyways, Beauty Bubs says t-shirt idea. We need people like you to break some effing fingers, she says. Wow, if ETN hooks up with Virgin, wow, we made it. We will all be rich. It's true. Yeah, man. Yeah. And the idea comes marching in.
I like that.
Marching in,
And
Marcel
the
says.
comes marching in, eyes of March.
Any of these, that's the beauty of it. Any of these projects team up with a major player that's already been established, aside from like the blockchain crypto space. I mean, that's huge. It's huge, you know. And it's happened before. I can't think of any projects right now off the top of my head. I mean, Kodak, this could just be one right here. I know there's definitely a few more. I can't think of them. But yeah, I mean, that's, you know, that's just what we have in the space right now. That's, you know, that's it. That's it. They're moving to the new tech. You know, it's going to take them to the next level as far as I'm concerned.
Well, we've touched on this topic enough. Let's, before we sign off, talk about Korea.
Yeah, just real quick. I don't know if you guys heard. Yeah, South Korea just got smacked up earlier today, a few hours ago maybe.
What the fuck happened with that, as a matter of fact?
Yeah, so according to Reuters, okay, Reuters.com, South Korea's major cryptocurrency...
Exact site up right now.
Oh, do you? Yeah, well, their major cryptocurrency exchanges were raided by police and tax authorities. They were raided for tax evasion. All right, guys. Coin One, I don't know if you guys have ever used that. Coin One and BitThumb. All right, BitThumb or BitHum, however you want to pronounce it. So yeah, pretty much they got raided, and the South Korean financial authorities claim they're claiming concerns for the increasing use of the assets could lead to a surge in crime. All right, so Coin One and BitThumb have been raided by the authorities, and it'll be interesting to see what the news brings out in the next few days. So that just came across to me today.
So now, do they say why it was raided? I know you told me this like literally
tax
right
evasion.
before we were getting on.
Yeah,
so it was
tax
just
evasion.
Is that it? But that's
allegedly they're claiming it's for
that's
tax
what
evasion.
I'm saying. Okay, all right.
They're claiming it's for tax evasion, you know, and we could possibly see the actual legitimization, okay, the legitimacy of Bitcoin. Goldman. You listen, Goldman Sachs, this comes straight from Goldman Sachs today, okay? They say that digital currencies such as Bitcoin can succeed as a form of real money, okay? So they finally say that. They're saying in a lot of underdeveloped countries that are having issues with high inflation in their currencies, and obviously supply mismanagements, Bitcoin could come in and it could be used as a way to kind of stabilize their economy and you know, progress. But they don't mention that to the United States dollar at all. So
my bad, bro. I didn't mean to continue. It's just Marcel has me going. He says, all right, the last two lines he says before, like other than what everybody else said, just so you know, he says, I'm coming out with an oxygen coin. You will need 1 Satoshi per inhale, which is actually, that's a great idea, actually.
Yeah.
You'd become a super trillionaire. And then he also says, I got about 4,000 idea coins.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Listen, they're even talking about it. It could be oxygen coin, right? They're even saying it with cars. I mean, cars can be self powered. They could be right now. Revenue generating vehicles. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, you even have cars right now that have miners in the back, and they generate Bitcoin as you turn the car on, you drive. You know, so it's possible. A car that could completely pay for itself, be completely autonomous, self-driving car, and it just pays for itself, pays for everything, and I mean, we're not too far from that, guys. So.
Chris, DMG says, can you look up Bloom before you go? I missed that episode.
Is this the one? Is this what you're talking about, DMG? Bloom? Is this it? The credit scoring?
Must be.
I hope this is the one. Yeah, this has to be it. This has to be it. Yeah, I think this was rated very well. Hold on. When's the ICO? Or did the ICO pass? It might have passed already. This might have passed already. Okay, Bloom ID. Let's use it. Is this the one, DMG? I'm pretty sure this is it. So they're
Yeah,
gonna have
that's it.
several
He
things.
said that's it.
Along with the credit, they're gonna have Bloom ID. Let's users establish a global federated identity with independent third parties who publicly vouch for their identity info and legal status. Bloom IQ is a system for reporting and tracking current and historical debt obligations.
So this is supposed to knock Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion out the water then.
Yep. Current and historical debt obligations that are tied to a user's Bloom ID, Bloom score, dynamic and inclusive indicator of an individual's likelihood to pay debts that adapts to the maturity of a user's credit history. It allows organizations to participate in evaluating users' identities and credit worthiness. It also serves as the voting token to guide the evolution of the Bloom protocol. It's going to be a voting system, okay? Accrediting attesters, payment history providers, and lenders will need to submit proposals to the ecosystem regarding that they are trustworthy. It's excellent. Okay, what the business does, everything can be accounted for right here with this. You know, they'll have a Bloom score, it seems. The network currency is going to be the token itself, the Bloom token. The invitation, while the network without a wide array of attesters is more susceptible to attack. In order to increase the immediate resilience of the network, users will be required to put up a small amount of BLT as a collateral for users who they invite. This collateral serves as protection against a mass-scale network of malicious accounts.
Just real quick,
nice.
Chris.
And
Eyes
the
and
Bloom
Marks asks, did you guys dip into the $50 BitConnect X ICO? I had a heart attack when I saw that. We spoke about that yesterday.
Earlier today.
No, was it earlier today? I thought it was last
earlier
night
today.
we spoke about it. Okay, well, regardless, I know we spoke about it. I thought we mentioned it yesterday too, and that's when I brought up the whole thing with ETH Connect suddenly just coming out the gate with, I don't know. It's just whatever. That whole thing just pisses me off. I don't even want to think about it because then I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. But
yeah, don't kill yourself over that.
Yeah, you gonna play that Bloom video?
Nah, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it. Yeah, because.
But Bloom,
if I try to play this, who knows what's gonna happen with the audio?
We'll see what happens, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah. I remember this one. This one was rated high. Who was asking? Dave, right? This was for Dave.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure this was Dave, right?
Was it? Yeah. No. It wasn't Dave. About Bloom.
Yeah, about Bloom. Yeah, definitely. There's gonna be 75 million tokens.
No, it was odds.
No.
Odds.
75 million and 150 million total. 75 will be. When is the ICO? Okay, whitelist is available. ICO starts November 30th. All right, it already ended. Yeah, I would definitely, once this hits the market, I would personally, I would probably pick some of this up. Only because it has an actual use case on the blockchain as far as from what I see so far. And I remember this one being highly rated, so yeah, definitely keep your eyes on this one and do a little more research, all right? Definitely do a little more research. I'm FOMOing on BitConnect. Asset says I'm selling my coins before the price crashes. Oh, you said that?
Yes. No, I saw it. I saw that. Say it.
Yeah, Asset. I don't know, man. It's not looking. I don't like what they did. I don't like what they did, man. You know, $50 doing the BitConnect X. It could be a money grab. Plus, they're locking out states from reinvesting.
ETH Connect right now is what they're doing. ETH Connect taking advantage of selling out and getting hard to get in, and out of nowhere, that's why they suddenly created more coins and sold them at $5 a pop, which rarely
50.
They didn't even. No, I'm talking about ETH.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that's.
I'm saying they were pulling the same stunt as ETH Connect, and then ETH Connect just took a dump right after that, and it was like, it was obvious they were smacking people in the face.
It's funny because you mentioned ETH Connect, dude, and it feels like such a long time ago.
Yeah, it definitely does. Everybody, that's what that goes to. We're feeding everybody is feeding off of other projects to make it sound similar, the same, saying that it's a branch off of this project and whatever.
Yeah, so, that was DMG. ICO already happened. It's on Ether Delta. Yeah, you're talking about Bloom, right, DMG? Yeah, if it's on Ether Delta, usually once it hits Ether Delta, if you didn't get in the pre-sale on the ICO, you can still scoop some up, and and especially one like Bloom, you know, you never know, but it looks definitely is a solid project. 50 up. Read about the cease and desist for North Carolina. Yeah, so we mentioned that earlier with the whole BitConnect thing. It's gonna keep happening more, and honestly, I'm surprised it hasn't happened in New York State first. So that I'm shocked. But
Hamdo. Thank you for joining the Coin Scoop, Hamdo. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And not only that, tell a friend to tell a friend about the Coin Scoop.
That's right.
Hamdo says is asking actually, why the hell is everything down?
Cryptocurrency, man. That's just the way it is.
That's the nature of the beast.
Yep.
Hamdo.
Yep.
The nature of the beast.
Everything. I mean, yeah, there's definitely a lot of red. Bitcoin now is at 13.9. Total market cap is at 680.
We are in this novel called The Jungle Book.
Yeah, and Ruben's Baloo.
I was just gonna say your what's that little kid's name?
I forget his name. What's his name? Maori?
Yeah, you're Mowgli and I'm Baloo.
Mowgli. Yeah, I'm Mowgli and Ruben's Baloo.
That is hilarious that you say that.
Yeah, Hamdu, man. Everything is down. So man, it's crypto, man. You lose 100 billion in a half hour. Honestly, it's crazy. It's crazy out there. You know. Korean exchange rated. That's why probably. Chris, yeah, yep. That could be it also. Many things, but the Korean exchange. What else was there? There's a few things. Beauty Bub says, head to the CoinScoop Discord. I did a crude ETN chart and narrative. Guys. Beauty just did an ETN chart and a narrative in our Discord. She puts...
What a matter. I saw the link, it popped up. I didn't go into it.
Guys, head to the Discord. Check it out. I'm going to check it out after the show. But she does post in our Discord. Thankfully, I couldn't be any more thankful, Beauty. But check it out. Check out her charts, guys. Check out her channel. Yeah, I can't wait to look at that. Thank you, Beauty. I says thanks. Yep. Hey, these guys know they know it's valuable. DMG, stay on for another 30 minutes. It's early. Dude, I think we're gonna be out in a few minutes, man. Yeah. I gotta be up for work in about 4 hours,
we gotta be up
guys.
Super early. Well, we both gotta be up super early. I'm like, I can't stand this thing. For the next about month, I gotta be up at the ass crack of dawn. So,
dude,
and then I get home. And then I get home at the ass crack of dusk.
Yeah.
And this is in Florida, so it's like, you know, in Florida, the days are longer because, you know,
dude.
Anyway, so let's rip through the rest of the weekend.
Asset. Yep, I'm gonna asset. A lot of fun going around. Warren Buffett still skeptical about Bitcoin. Season desist.
A whole little episode about that, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, man. The season desist, the Korea exchange. You have that whole.
Yep.
I mean, it's. You guys already know. Yo, Oz still sitting on BRC. What's BRC again? I forget what that is. Chinese New Year, some are saying as well, is helping with the downtrends. It's possible. Yeah, also that whole thing with the Chinese miners there's a crackdown in China. And, Beauty says, I will do something better when I have a moment. Thank you, Beauty. We always appreciate it. And whatever you put in there, thank you. Chris says asset mines, exactly. So that old could pick up a lot more.
No, not even that. I was laughing at asset. I mean, Ides of March said my bad.
Chris, you don't DJ till 9. You DJ till 9. Those are the days, man. Those are the days.
We had some fun those days, that's for sure.
Yeah, we did. Ides, yeah, I still have my BRC. What about you? It's getting bloody, folks. Let's head up. Let me do a refresh. What do we got? You know, as far as I'm concerned, man, this to me is, you know,
it means nothing.
And remember what we mentioned earlier.
Patience.
Remember what we mentioned earlier. That word on the blockchain is that Bitcoin could see, you know, it could see a cruise down to 8,000 around there.
I don't know. What did I say? Like a month before Christmas?
Yeah.
We'll go back into the shows, bro. We will go back into the archives if anybody doubts me. I
Mhm.
said that. I said that. And
Yeah,
not
you
for
did.
nothing,
You
not
did.
for nothing. Not only did I say it, but I said, you know what? I'd feel more comfortable, as ironically as it may sound. It's
Okay.
very
Say it.
ironic,
Say it.
but I would feel more comfortable around that area. Just because, like I said, Bitcoin has been around for how long? And suddenly this past year, it just takes this spike that's unreal. And I said, listen, we have survived the car industry and the real estate industry
Mhm.
back when it was at its highest, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
overnight, that industry, both those industries changed the lives of billions of people
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
this world.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I
And
agree.
it can
I
happen. The same exact thing can happen. There's nothing. I mean, listen, it's happened in every industry. I mean, it's only bound to, and the spike that it went up in 2017, bro. It's
yeah,
bound
it
to
went up
happen.
20. It went up
It's bound to.
20x.
It went. It's too crazy the amount that it went up, and that's why people need to be patient, invest conservatively, diversify. Don't expect
Regardless,
don't expect to be a million overnight. Don't expect to be a
and
thousand air overnight.
and also don't expect. Okay, guys, let's. And I want everybody who's watching right now, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, spank that like button,
Kiwi
bang that bell
crypto
button.
is back. What the fool, Kiwi? Where have
Kiwi
you been?
Kiwi Crypto, we miss
Week
you. Yeah, and it's been a
Kiwi
long time. And you know
Kiwi
who else?
weeks.
You know who else hasn't been here? Danny Max. Where the hell has Danny
Yeah,
been
Danny
at?
Max, Kiwi,
Danny was a writer
Kiwi
and he just
leaks.
disappeared, bro. I guess he doesn't like us anymore. He doesn't like us anymore. Anyways, everybody who's new,
Kiwi, don't
listen.
forget to like, by the way, and share,
Yeah,
subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend.
yeah, everybody subscribe. You know, we're kicking it. But I just want to leave off with this last statement and thought. No matter what the price is right now, guys, in 2 years, okay, in 2020, Bitcoin is going to have that block halving, okay? So essentially, if you think about it, okay, put two and two together, the block reward gets cut in half, okay? Let's not forget that there's only 21 million Bitcoins, and that's all there will ever be. And every 4 years, that's going to get the block reward for the miners is going to get cut in half. So that essentially should do some things to the price. And just be aware of that no matter what we see right now, in 2 years, we're going to be wishing, we are going to be wishing that we had gotten in around these prices. That's all I'm saying, and I think we're going to leave it off at that, Ruben. What do you think?
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for hanging out with the Coin Scoop this evening. Don't forget to join us tomorrow evening, same bat place, same bat time. I'm your host, Ruben.
And I'm your host, Chris Crypto, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, hanging out with us. We got to be up in a few hours. Have a good night, good morning, good day, good afternoon. Peace, love, health,
And Crypto
wealth,
Greece.
crypto wealth. Crypto grease, yep. Stay greasy. Peace, everybody. Thank you.